Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Mac here, Doom the Dark Ages, the 100% walkthrough, the second to last mission. This is mission 21, and this takes place primarily in the Atlan and a little bit on foot at the end. A pretty straightforward mission, to be honest. You will be heavily rewarded for continuing combos between areas in the Atlan, as at the end of filling up the full ring in the middle, you'll be able to use a gun attack that shoots like a plasma cannon, and that will one-hit kill every single enemy, and you'll be able to then carry that combo into the next enemy. So this is the fastest way to basically take care of all of the enemies. Not to say that if you do get hit a lot, it's completely okay. It'll just take you significantly longer. It's pretty easy to take 2 or 3 times longer if you don't get the combos in. But for now, we're going to be just going from area to area, checkpoint to checkpoint, getting in our combos as best as we can, trying to take out all of the enemies. There are these 3 generators in the area that we'll need to interact with. At each one, there will be a small battle culminating in us getting a quick weapon before we kind of exit out the first section of this mission. No mission challenges to worry about or weapon challenges to worry about for this mission. We're just going to be working our way through until we get out of the Atlan after destroying all 3 of the generators for now. After completing all 3 of the generators, we'll be able to move to like the first phase of a quite lengthy boss battle, and you'll go towards your mission objective here. I think I had a little bit of a glitch where I like flew from wall to wall. I don't think you're supposed to go this far, but the first battle here is against an enemy called the Old One. It's an Atlan v Atlan battle, and we will be on foot after this one. All you want to do is continue what we've kind of been learning. Try your best to keep your combo and use your siege cannons as much as possible, which is that 3rd attack. If you can basically link these combos as frequently as possible, you'll be able to take out this enemy in only a matter of a minute or 2. Now, for some reason, I did so well that I actually completely drained the life bar and the boss just wouldn't die. There must be some form of attacks that it has to go through and a script it has to complete before you can completely finish it off. So even if it does have a full health bar, just keep going until you wrap up this section of the boss battle. We then move on from the old one to Enhanced Ahzrak. This is a multi-phase boss battle where I'd recommend personally 2 weapons. Your first weapon is the combat shotgun. This is a good one to use to just learn the attacks and parry them as often as possible, as you can ignite Ahzrak and they'll drop health, which will just make it a little bit easier. For the most part, though, personally, I am hitting like a decent fair amount of my parries, and I am working around the outside corners of the map to pick up some extra health and armor. So I'll be using the chain shot, which I personally found probably the best option. The rocket launcher can do more damage, but I just found that it's a little bit harder to hit the boss with, and ultimately that ends up taking quite a bit longer. You can use your ballistic crossbow, but you don't get any weapon ammo refills for it. And to be honest, it doesn't really do that much damage, probably only 5%, maybe 10% of the boss's phase in terms of its life bar. Maybe it does more damage if the boss is dazed. When it is dazed, you can go in for a quick melee, but you will get kind of thrown away from that via an animation. And your melee doesn't actually do any damage, but I guess that's kind of just how it's programmed. Feel free to use your Dread Mace as well. It's something that can do quite a bit of damage. And if you get a couple of parries here and there, you can recharge that every now and again, which isn't a bad idea. There will be these kind of red priest walls that come towards you. Just make sure you blow them up, as if they reach you, I believe they damage you and empower the boss in some meaningful way. Phase 2 of this Ahzrak battle has him now with some wings and armor, and sometimes he'll spawn a couple of superheated metal spikes. You want to take them out using your shield throw pretty quick. I believe what happens if you leave them up too long is they explode, cause fire damage. They won't drop ammo or armor, and I believe it may also empower Ahzrak to basically get a shield, which will just draw out the battle even longer. Do get your parries in when possible. This will just help you sometimes shock the enemy and also just negate the damage that would typically come from it. Use your melees when possible to finish off the 3rd out of 4 phases. I guess if you were desperate and you still needed to do the Impaler weapon mastery, you could probably get a decent amount of progress here, assuming the boss does register headshots, which honestly I'm not even 100% sure it does.
Enough of this!
For the final phase of the boss fight, a lot does stay the same, but there are some new attacks. Occasionally, Ahzrak will fly up, and those kind of red sculptures will form a circle around you, and you'll have to basically parry them if you don't want to take damage. You will get an audio cue and a visual cue if the statue is, like, behind you. You just want to parry them as much as possible, and immediately after that, he'll land in the middle. Watch out for the green spikes so you can parry those back at him. And then just continue laying in with the chain shot, continue getting your parries. I do end up using my ballistic crossbow ammo here, just so that I didn't have to, like, restart anything, and I wanted to make quick work of the boss. Even though the ballistic crossbow doesn't really do much damage, I am going to be mostly using my chain shot, trying to get those parries. I will probably switch to the combat shotgun a little bit, just to generate myself a little bit of health as well. And just continue doing that until you finish off this last health bar. As this boss battle concludes, you'll be able to watch a cutscene if you so desire. This will transition you into the end of the chapter. You will get the 100% confirmation screen, as there were no mission challenges or any collectibles to grab along the way, and then you can shoot right into mission 22, the final mission of the game. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, share the video with a friend, and I'll see you soon. Peace.